Hello everybody, today I'm here with Jon from AppsFlyer. Okay Jon, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
Thank you very much. So tell me a little bit, who are you? What brought you here?
So my name is Jon. I've been in this industry for about 12 years. I started working agency side at one of the large digital agencies specializing in innovation, new channels, and marketing in new environments.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been at AppsFlyer for almost a year.
Cool. So tell me, what brought you here? You were originally from the States, I assume, or where are you from?
Yeah, so I'm from the US.
Yes.
I worked in the agency space in New York.
Yeah.
The innovation I saw coming out of Israel was fantastic.
Yeah.
And the opportunity to be part of this emerging market, to be part of the radical changes happening in this world, in this industry that we call marketing and ad tech, was just too good to pass up.
Yeah. Okay. So when did you come to Israel?
I've been here for almost 5 years.
5 years, right? So tell me a little bit. So what does AppsFlyer do? What is your job?
Sure. So I run product marketing for AppsFlyer. And what AppsFlyer does is we help mobile app marketers or marketers that have mobile apps understand who installed their mobile apps, where they came from, and then what value they brought to the business. So how long they stayed.
Mm-hmm.
So really, the reason this is really important for mobile marketers is because most people that download an app don't come back and use it more than once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
For example, do you remember the last app you downloaded?
Yesterday I downloaded Rider, a taxi app, but I didn't use it.
Okay, there you go.
Get Taxi at the end.
So Get Taxi is one of our clients. Happy to hear that you're using Get Taxi. So Get Taxi, for example, wants to understand who downloaded their app and which ad or which marketing campaign, organic or paid media, those users came from. If they're working on ASO, App Store Optimization, they want to understand how their organic lifted.
Mm-hmm.
And for an app like AppsFlyer, any app that has commerce or checkout, they want to understand what was the value of those users.
Mm-hmm.
So we not only help them track what they spent on media, which ads drove which installs, we then help them understand which users or which campaigns generated the strongest revenue by looking at their in-app events.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the exciting innovation that we're doing is helping people understand not only what value did they bring to your app, but when did they leave. So we're not only tracking dormant users, or measuring dormant users, helping marketers understand who's active, who's revenue generating, who's passive. We're also tracking uninstalls now on Android and soon on iOS.
Yeah.
So for the first time ever, marketers have a brand new set of metrics that we're no longer just looking at where did users come from and what are they doing and are they active or inactive, but have they unsubscribed, have they unengaged, have they uninstalled your app. Now what this does is it really opens up a whole new way to look at mobile marketing, which is looking at the customer journey from start to finish, right? And we're looking at how much did it cost to get this user, to retain this user, and what's the true ROI that this user brought to your business. And we're doing this with the largest brands in the world.
That's cool. So can you mention a few of those brands besides
Sure.
Get Taxi? Tell me, what value do you bring, or let's say one of these brands that you can say this is what they were able to increase their ROI or just understand the ROI.
It's not only understanding, but it's increasing ROI. That's a really important point. One of the biggest challenges in mobile is that people talk about nowadays arena bubble in ad tech and in mobile in specific. And with our technology, with our solutions, marketers gain clarity to understand not only how many users do I have today, or how many installs did my campaign generate, but what's the ROI? What value are they bringing back to my business? Are they engaging? If it's a game, are they purchasing upgrades? Are they viewing ads? Are they inviting friends? And by combining the attribution, knowing where your users came from, with your in-app analytics, you really get the full picture. What's most exciting as we start talking about big brands is that mobile is no longer this channel that just sits and lives on your phone, but as your most personal device and the device that's always with you.
Yeah.
Understanding the way that users interact with their phone and your brand helps them connect back to their omni-channel customer journey.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk to retailers like Bloomingdale's or Macy's, for them it's important to understand, for retailers like that, not necessarily saying what we're doing with them in particular as their clients, but for these large retailers, they need to understand what's their omni-channel ROI, okay? Yeah. So when we talk about, they need to understand, did somebody that downloaded their mobile app visit their store more often? Did they check out more often online? This is true for both traditional startups, traditional businesses, or what we could call pre-mobile businesses, and mobile-first businesses like Vivino, the wine app, which is very popular, and they're looking to track their ROI based on their mobile engagement, but they know that the ROI doesn't just come from mobile, it comes from the desktop as well. So collecting all of their data to help them understand how much they're generating from their users and the added value that mobile delivered.
Interesting. So I would like to also pick your brain a little bit in terms of like what the future of marketing brings.
Sure.
I'm sure you're aware of like many people talk about video and like this is the absolute 2016 marketing and probably also going to go further. We hear a lot about Snapchat, Facebook videos. What do you think? Where is the marketing space heading in the next 2-3 years?
Sure. So I think the best way to look forward is first to understand where we are today.
Yeah.
You mentioned video. We did a number of studies last year that showed that users that came from video ads were not only more likely to download the app, but were more likely to stay with an app, especially in the gaming market. So there's definitely a lot of opportunity for video. Mm-hmm. One of the most exciting spaces for me as a product marketer is also looking at automation. So it's looking at how can I collect my data in one place and then make it work for me across other environments. For example, we have what's called a universal SDK. Mm-hmm. So what that does is it allows a marketer to install our SDK, and then rather installing another SDK in their mobile app for every marketing partner, we can share their data directly from AppsFlyer. They can share it with their partners. This makes it much easier to work faster. It also allows you to automate some of the relationships that typically require a more human touch. So internally, if we're using HubSpot for our marketing automation, we're seeing a lot of development in that space in mobile and in other places as well. So it's really about taking the big data models that the industry's been talking about for years and enabling automation, enabling marketing to take place on top of that. Mm-hmm. Really exciting, and we're just beginning to scratch the surface of what this can mean.
That's like all like this automatization, I guess, like where basically behind you is the bot, like you don't really have to do anything. Or
well, when it comes to service, there's a lot of innovation in the bot space. Yeah. At the same time, people know, at least as of today, people know when there's a human being on the other end. And especially in high purchase businesses or in finance, it's very important that people have those one-to-one connections and they feel the human being on the other side. Smart people are looking at technology as enabling human connections better, not taking the humans out of the equation.
Yeah, interesting. Because I mean, like there's always like the human touch that I think is still important. A lot of times now people say that like we had the fitness wave and now comes the mindfulness wave. So it's an interesting few years ahead of us, especially when we see where technology is taking us. So thank you very much for these insights. I really appreciate it. Do you have anything you want to add? Or
good luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Guys, if you want to contact Jon, I'm sure he's happy to hear from you. And give me some feedback if you enjoyed this video. And see you soon. Bye.